Ba 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 ba. Let me show you what I've done thus far, and I will. Let's see if I can. There we go. So I have it working the shell. Is my awesome birthday are the party symbols in the way a little bit, so I'm going to move this up a little bit. Not typical for me. Normally I don't have these party symbols here and up there, or this one right here. See, this is my cake microphone. And hey, thank you for following, Steve. Much appreciated. Okay, so what I have thus far is, I don't want to be in write or not. I want to be in, let's see, it is, we're going to view, command palette, select the interpreter, and then I have raise. Where's raise? I thought I had that as an interpreter. But what I can do is do pip install svgwrite. Give me a second, and then I'll render it. And now, if I do Python raise, okay, so it's now generated this image, and let's see what it looks like. I'm going to go open up a browser window. That's not what I want to see. Here we go. And I'd like to just, so this is what I've created is based off of something that, a design that I have been doing for as far as back I can remember, and I'd hand draw these, and this is what that just generated. If I do, let me blow it up so you can see a little bit better. Let's see if we can. Okay, so you can see that pretty well, and I can close this so you can see some of the code. So and I can change this. Like right now, this is hard-coded value. So if I want to double the number of arrays, see there's this vanishing point here, and then there's these rays, which are these lines. If I run it again and refresh, you can see that I've doubled this. And this is pretty good. I mean, I'm pretty happy with it. I can do like 100, or I could do 1,000. And this is just writing these objects to SVG, and this is the code that generates it. And what it's doing is it's got this vanishing point, and then it draws squares, and then it draws these lines if it's on this side. And you can see here, I'm gonna get rid of the hatchers. Okay, so if it's a left side triangle, then the lines are only on this side. If it's a right side triangle, it's only on that side. So it has this neat perspective voice. Hey, how's it going? Ohidix? Do I know you? Is there another name by which I call you? So there's two things. So this is great, and I like this. There's several things that I want to do to enhance this. Go away. We can just use black. Okay, so Python, I seem to have lost the raise. There we go. So if I bring this down to a more manageable amount, so there's several things that I want to do. Thank you, I appreciate it, Pradvan. I see that. Oh, I'm so happy that I've made a difference for you. Yeah, those were really fun to build. I like doing more intermediate to advanced kind of tutorials than, sharing ideas and concepts than root fundamentals. I think there are other people who do the fundamental tutorials better. So for I personally found that tons and tons of fun to do. Okay, so there's several things that I would like to do. One is add a bit more color to this. another thing is, and that may be useful for if I used a laser printer and I wanted to display the results. So I could add shading and stuff like that. I could put in a light source and shade. But what I also want to do, hey, thank you both for the follows, Prodvan and Ohidex, and also Oliver, much appreciated. What I want to do is I want to add in a sun, okay? Now, I could put it there or here, but I actually want to put it here at the vanishing point. And here's my reason why. If I, hey, Achilles is like Achilles. I'm going to call you Achilles because Achilles was like a really awesome warrior who's never been given justice in like the Odyssey or anything. I think I was given some justice, but he's awesome. Hey, Jose, right? Jose Rodriguez, is that who I think it is? Thank you for the birthday wishes. So what I want to do is oh, okay, there is a game based on Achilles. So what I want to do is I'm going to add a sun right here, a setting sun. And then these are, I guess, would be kind of rays. Here's why. I have gotten recently into doing things with a laser cutter. And so this is, okay, so let me give you a bit more backstory. Let's step back to Danny's old days of stuff so you can see. Hold on, let me go to... Okay, so you can't really see it too well here, but here, this right here, let me download it and I'll turn it on its side so that way everyone can see it. This is like a study that I've done. So I've had this design that I've done for years, which is, let me bring this over here. This is one implementation of it. Let's blow this up. And I know you may not be able to see the lines too well on this screen. I'm just blowing it up as big as I can. And so what I want to do, and you can see here I've got this study of what I've done. And this is sort of what I'm going to replicate in the design that I'm creating. And I've done this thing where I've had these beams or rays coming out from a vanishing point since I was a kid in elementary school. Maybe it was middle school in art class. And I've done these hand drawn, and recently I've been experimenting with doing it as using svgwrite to create these line images. And I actually have, oh, where is it? I had it just here. One second. Okay. So I wrote this code that generated this art that you see here. And here you can see, and it randomly generates it each time. And see here, you can see, I actually had it laser cut. There's a maker space there nearby. And I had it laser cut onto this cardboard. The thing is as the lines come together, like right here, where the sun is here, on a laser cutter, because it goes over repeatedly, it goes all the way through. And if I want to do like etchings of this, that's not really what I want. What I want is to not have that. The way to execute that in a way that is pretty straightforward is to have this sun, which I've done before. So I'd like to add in the sun, and then here you have, so we have the vanishing point, which we're going to cover up with a sun, and we'll have less of these rays, like more, probably more like 10. Oh, need to run it. So I'm going to add both the circle there, and also you can see I have these square trees, right? But I could also put buildings, I could include a road. And so these are things I want. And then, so I have two options. There'd be I was thinking either A, I would do it in color. So, oh, thank you. I appreciate it, Oliver. Yeah, I've been streaming for a bit. So there's two things I can do after that. I can put color into all of this, and then if I want to laser cut it, I can just use tools to get rid of fill. That's one option. The other thing is I could put in a flag into the SVG generator that would say, do I do color or not? I think I like that because one thing might be interesting is like, imagine if I created 20 of these and then I could determine, because sometimes they don't come out well. Like this one right here doesn't look good because it's digital art and it's got a lot of randomization in there. But like if I run it again, we can see this looks a lot better than the previous iteration. So if I wanted to perhaps have a bunch of, I guess you could say, windows which create these, or have a means whereby, you know, I don't know. I like the idea of having a bit more executable control. Okay, so my first step is going to be to add that rising sun. So let's do that, and then I'll start exploring colors. And these are earlier versions. I wasn't keeping it in version control because I'm trouble. So it's been a little bit since I've done this. So we have square. How's the square generated? Okay, so it's a rectangle, and I think I can just do circle. Let's look up the command for SVG, right? SVG write. Yeah, I love doing this stuff, and if I had a choice, you know, if I could make a good living doing digital art, honestly, I think that's what I'd really want to do. But you know, that's we'll see. That's okay. So here we have a circle. Okay, and then what I want to do is draw the bottom triangle. Why is there a triangle? It's iron range. Oh, okay. So it's actually drawing it doesn't do lines. We're playing with triangles. That's right. That's why I figured it out. Okay, so what I want to do is let's get rid of this at the moment. So the line happens really early on, and then I wonder if I added the horizon after everything else. So let's move this down. Oh, horizon. Okay, so this is the point at which it happens. So I have to think this one through. So if I do like, let's add a circle right in the center of things and see what happens. So circle, we're going to call it sun, and this is the circle, and then it wants center is the XY coordinate of the axis of the circle. So that is this value right here. I think it is the point, I think. So first we have the center. Oh, okay. I think I know how this works. So we have center, and it's the point. This the exact point of the art piece. And then we have R, which is the radius. So we'll do radius, and I think we'll go with 30, whatever that means. And then what we can do, we're going to get rid of this. And okay, so we have fill white. So we're just going to make this a lot, you know, continue the line drawing approach that we've had thus far. Okay, so let's give this a try. Currently my art looks like this, and this isn't going to be pretty yet. Oh, I'm in the wrong spot. Okay, this isn't going to be pretty yet. Now, that didn't do anything. So why did that not do anything? Oh, I know why. So I have to, this is my drawing is DWG, and so I have to add the circle to, or the sun to the drawing. So DWG dot add, and we're gonna add the sun, and then I think I can just do, let's move like that. Okay. I'm gonna turn off my phone. Hold on. There we go. Okay. Play with the sun like Hyperion or Apollo. Okay, so now let's try it out. Okay, so that's our sun right now. And as you can see, it is in front of everything, and the horizon, so I think what I want to do with the point is see, like, the point shouldn't be horizon.attributes, it should be height divided by 2, because that's how I built this out. So let's be a bit more honest about this. And now what I can do is I could actually get rid of the horizon, regenerate, and we shouldn't blow up anything. Okay, good. That's what I want to see. So now I can move the horizon and the sun to after the add the horizon to after everything else is created. So let's do that. And we don't want to save yet. Save the results. Oh, it's blocking the, okay. How's that? Yeah, I have to have the chat window because let me see if I can. Oops. Yeah, I have to do the chat window so that way the people who watch it on YouTube later know what we're talking about. Okay, so, oh, I forgot to finish moving. Okay, so now let's try it. Boom. And now this is much better because, well, the sun is not the right size. The nice thing about it, thank you, Abner, for the birthday wishes, and FI Stories, thank you for birthday wishes. So do I have Q&A during streams? Yeah, I'll answer questions. I will probably be, I mean, I'm not going to go off and research something in depth while I'm trying to do art, but I can give you answers off the top of my head. I mean, when I am working and someone asks me a question that stumps me, I'll often stop what I'm working on and go look at it, because otherwise the curiosity will kill me. Like I can't operate. Okay, so I want to actually move the horizon to after the sun, and if I wanted to make the sun yellow, like I want to give it a yellow look, I can do that, and I might as well do that. And what I can do is I can use tools to, so there, now I have to do is remove this. To remove this is going to be fun. So here is one side of the world, this is the other side of the world, and I think what I want to do is, first of all, we're going to increase the radius of the sun a bit. Let's get rid of this. Okay, so the sun's a little bit maybe too big. Felix Crumple Migo? I don't, oh, Lorena, hey, how's it going? Yeah, it's my birthday. Feliz Cumpleaños. Oh my god, my Spanish, I'm so, like, I really haven't practiced it since Colombia in 2018. And I'm like, yeah, it was great when I came back because I could like understand everyone, and living in Los Angeles there's a lot of Spanish. And okay, no, it's fine. Feliz, yeah, well, I thought you meant Felix, like Felix was someone who I Didn't know. All right, so what I want to do is I want to add the ground. So let's add some ground, and we're going to do svg write dot shapes, and this is going to be another rect. And here is, let's look up how do we define squares again? Oh, that's right. We need size, so we put an x and y. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do for the ground is all right, so we have so this is where it goes. We're gonna make the fill is brown so we can see what's going on, and then the insert we want to put it at half the half the height. Okay, so we're gonna put it at half the height, and where did I put my ground? Okay, so y is up and down. I always have to remember that. I'm not one of those people who remembers it. And then size is, we're gonna go with the width of the world for now. So for the width, hold on, it is the width of the world, and then we are gonna start with, I think we just do height divided by 2, and I'm actually gonna make the stroke white, and that way hey, thank you, Secrets, I appreciate it. Okay, so now let's see what we got. All right, that did nothing because I need to add the ground to the image. Yes, that looks, I don't know, does that look red or brown? I think let's try green, because that ground looks really, there we go. All right, and let's also get, I think these squares are kind of small, and I want to change the number. Let's go with 6, and then the square size is, let's see, we have square size divided by 3, so then we have square size is 20. Let's go for 30. Okay, yeah, this looks better considering the scale of things, I think, and I'm gonna decrease the size of this a little bit because this is a lot more ground than what I want. I also want to add in a sky, and I wonder if I can figure out how to do a gradient for the sky. Ground is for monsters like Antius, and then let's see, we're gonna add a sky, and sky is for people named new agey names like Sky. Okay, good. So we're gonna have Sky, and Sky is going to be, Sky will have to be added before everything else, and it's going to be inserted at there, and the width is the universe, height is half, the fill is going to be blue, the stroke is white, and we're going to do that way before we get to the images. So let's add this, and there we go. So look at that. And now what happens if we do like 100 like that? Yeah. That actually looks really, really nice. I don't like how this is cutting off on the end. I think I have to do, let's see, so y is square size. Let's see, this is the location, so so it's going all the way. I wonder if I can do so it's y width minus square size. Let's try it again. Boom. And now, oh nice, and let's also do that with the height. it is starting at a little bit too high for comfort, so I'm going to add the square size. And what this is doing is it is just making sure that, see how there's this border, that's what I just created. Okay, so let's reduce the number of and just so everyone knows, the black and white version of this is something where what I plan to do is, here is a scanned in version, or a laser cut version of this, and I want to also make it possible that, well, actually that's part of the reason why I'm trying to preserve the lines. I don't know how well you can see the lines here, so you see how I preserve the line. That way what I can do is I can run this without color, and then that way when it's generated, or I can laser cut these. And then one thing that'll be interesting is, because I can generate, an infinite number of these, that means I can laser cut an infinite number of different variants of this. Okay, so the one thing I don't like, and let me see if I can pull up my study again that I did. Where is that? I think it's in my downloading bin. Okay, so for those of you coming in, growing up, from when I was a kid, I do these kind of drawings, and this is what I'm trying to replicate. So, and you can see, I don't know how you can see it. I have like shading. Actually, these are hollow. That's kind of my vision. I don't know yet. I think they can probably replicate that. What you can't really see too well, though, is that I would have shading. And so on these, but that's dependent on the direction of this. Also, I don't really know what colors these are. What I do know that I could do is I could put in, like, these are roads and these are trees, and I've done buildings in the past. So I could do one of those things. I think what I'll start with is adding roads into the horizon. And let's reduce this because that's a lot of sun rays. So let's go with 20. Let's see how that looks. Okay, that's not the best. One that interesting is, because the spread is completely random, sometimes it looks good. Like this looks good, but the one you saw before, the spreading is kind of funky. It was all over on this left-hand side, so it's not what I wanted. Instead, what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to drive a, I'm going to make a road that goes to the sun, like, how you drive off into the sunset. So I'll start there, and then I'll try to do buildings. So for the roads, I think those will have to come after the ground, because the order of operations matters. So let's add a road. We'll add one road. So for this, we are going to do I think what we're going to do is we're going to start with, that's a polygon, because it's not a square. It goes to the vanishing point. Wait, we can, not a polygon, a triangle. So let's,
I'm sorry, Dina. Do you want fudgy brownies with 2 eggs or cake eggs with 3 eggs?
Oh, that's actually, I can ask people on my stream.
Yeah.
So I have a question that I need everyone's help with. I've been asked if for my birthday cake, if I want if I want so I'm getting brownies, and the question is do I want them as fudge style brownies, which take 1 egg, or
2 eggs.
Or 2 eggs, or cake style brownies which have 1 egg?
3
So
eggs.
3 eggs. Oh, so
2 eggs or 3 eggs.
well, the question, hey, thank you, SHM. So again, the question is, do I want fudge brownies or cake brownies? You've got a few minutes to answer before this starts going into the mixing bowl. How much time do they have? Oh, you have no time to say anything, so just, oh, you need more volume. Okay.
I'll do 2 for now, and I'll add a
Okay. Sorry, I'll sit. So Joey said whichever one clogs the arteries better. And of course, he's the guy who brought me Tehran. Thank you. Joey, for you're welcome, SHM. Yeah, Tehran is one of my favorite things. If you don't know what Tehran is, it is banana lumpia from the Philippines. And by lumpia, it means thank you, Fabio, for the birthday wishes. So Tehran are basically they're banana egg rolls or banana spring rolls. And it's a Filipino street food and dessert, and it's fantastic. And thank you, Numan Farouk, for the birthday wishes. So we Joey, who's Matharoni, he we were at a Christmas party for our gym, and he made Tehran. I think he picked up that I ate a lot of them at the Christmas party.
In the oven for you.
Oh, and don't you fry them?
Oh, should I fry them?
Yeah, I think they're fried.
Okay.
Yeah. Joey, do we fry? You fry Tehran, right? You don't bake them. So yeah, and
Okay.
yeah, yeah, you fry Tehran. Okay. So far we have one vote for fudge brownies.
2 eggs.
You can also air fry Tehran by spraying them with oil ahead of time. But we have a fryer. I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna fry them. Okay, so roads we're gonna do as I'm gonna do that as a triangle. And just for reference, these rays that you see right here, so this is a square. These are triangles. These aren't individual lines. I've connected the triangles with this. So let's do. We're gonna make the fill black, and let's see. So we have. I think it's. So we have 3 points. We have the center point, and that's gonna be there, and then we have the ground. Or we have to do it as a. So I think what we're gonna do is, so point, and then we have to do an XY position here and here, and so if we do, let's do center bottom equals, I think it's XY, right? So it's width divided by 2, right? Because it's half the width of this, and then we're gonna do, and then the height is going to be height. I think that's what we can do. And so I'm gonna put on center bottom, and then
last call, 2 or 3?
I think
2 eggs. 3 eggs?
3 eggs makes it more fudge-like. Cake.
2 is more concentrated fudgy. 3 is more cakey.
Let's do fudgy.
3?
Yeah, 3.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So we're doing 3. Okay. So I know like some of you are going, "Wow, Danny's taking forever to figure this out." But just bear with me. Okay. Let's see the right side of the road. That's what I'm gonna call this. So for this, I'm gonna start at width. So it's gonna be height. It's gonna be width plus 20. So it's the width divided by 2 plus 20. That is the order of operations that will happen with the math. And then it is the height. So I can do, I think this will work. And we're just gonna make the fill black. So let's see what we get. Oh, it worked. It worked first time. Awesome. Okay, but that is kind of narrow. Like if we compare that with, where is my, okay, so I'm gonna keep this open. Just, this is my reference from well, this isn't childhood, but this is me doing a study of art that I did. So SHM, all right, hey, thanks for the follow, the 3000 MX. So okay, so I'll explain what's going on. Basically what I'm doing is, since I was a child, I would draw this thing where I'd have shafts of something going to a vanishing point. And in fact, if I take out the sun, you'll be able to see the vanishing point a little bit more clearly. So let me just run this again. Okay. And if you want to look at an earlier version that I did, this is how it looked yesterday, is without the art, without the color. And the thing is what I can do. Oh, thank you for the gift. Oh my goodness, that is so nice of you. I am really flattered. And you can see that I have it set up. Maybe I should add an argument so that way I can change the size very easily. Where I can change the size of it, or the number of actually, hold on. I can change the size of this easily, right? Just by changing this range value, so that way I create this. And there's two things I want to accomplish here. One is I want to add in attractive color. Like right now, the color is still a bit basic. Also, it doesn't really look like a landscape with stylized rays, which is what my goal is. The other thing I want to do is thank you for the birthday wishes, and thank you for the follow, Nemunfrak. So the other thing I want to do with the line drawing version, let me just generate that really quick for you. Okay, I should like have the names change. Hold on, let me do that really quick. So lines. So now if I do open, oh, it's not going to do what I want it to do, because give me 1 second. Oh no, hold on. I don't want to open up this second window that I don't know how to close. Oh my goodness, that is like so not doing what I want it to do. How do I close? Maybe if I it's not letting me close this terminal. Oh my goodness. Maybe if I that is evil that it's like this one-way button. CD projects, raise code. I don't want to update you right now. Okay, whew. I am back, and now hold on. Okay, so now if I do, okay, so if I go here and if I click on, didn't I change this? Oh, that's the wrong one. Hold on. This is the lines. Okay, if I run the older one, which I'm going to rename lines. So see how this is black and white, and then this is going to be, and then this will be the color version. So what I want to do is I'm trying to colorize this, and right now the colors are primitive. It's just simple primary colors. So what I want to do, oh, I get, wow, thank you. That is really, no. So this is what hold on, I can blur this up so you can see it a bit more. Now the reason why I'm holding on to the line drawing is because I don't know how well you can see this, but this is a laser cut version of this. We're not far from a laser cutter. So what that means is this is cardboard, but what I'd like to do is do this in wood or on acrylic. And then the fact that each one of these randoms adds this nice individual feel. And now keep in mind that with this, if I generate this, like let's say I do this at 20, that'll tend to show, oh, did I? Okay, see, if you look at this, sometimes it doesn't always come out right. So that's part of the fun of it, is that the spread is very random. I don't have any algorithm to ensure that the spread is within certain parameters. So, but yeah, right now what I'm doing is I have a son that I can put in, not like not as in like I have a daughter and I have a son, but more that um there we go. So now I have a sun. Ta-da! And this is a road that drives into the sunset, which isn't far off from this, which is a study. I don't know how well you can see this, but as you can see, there's two roads with a line separator. So what I want to do right now is add that capability. Oh, and SHM said, please introduce my IDE. I'm using Visual Studio. I know that some people will swear by other things such as um, uh, PyCharm and other things, but this is, I tend to like lighter, easier to configure things. I am of the belief that there is no bad IDE to choose from. Well, okay, let me correct that. I'm sure there are bad ones, but with like I think this is what I prefer. Other people like PyCharm. Everyone has fun. Everybody gets a code. I don't think the IDE makes you as a coder. Okay. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna widen this road, and then I'm gonna try to figure out how to add those dotted lines, like you can see in my study that I did, where it has these lines. And I wish maybe there's also a library so I can make this kind of like a pencil mark with a rough edge.
I'm going downstairs. Just the cake is in the oven.
Okay.
Just if you smell burning, turn it
Okay.
off.
I've been just told to watch the oven. My Audrey is going to do some work. She is okay. So where was I? So I'm gonna work on the road, and that's gonna be inside of Raise. And what I might do at some point is have a flag for this that I can turn the color off and on. That I think would be awesome. I think I have a good way to do that. I think I need to. Okay. So let's see. So just thinking for a second. So where is my road? My road is right here, and the road is so right now it's a triangle, and what I want to do is so it's I think I need to have so there's a point. This is so I need to create a left bottom. Okay, so we have and for this we're going to do widen it and then get rid of the center bottom. And now if I run it, so our road is twice as wide. Let's increase it a little bit. And the other thing is, see how my vanishing point goes right in there? If we look at my study, for whatever reason, I've had this thing where it actually doesn't go all the way to the horizon. It kind of, this is almost like it's going over a hill. I think, so for me, what I want to do is I want to provide that as an option. So let's see if I can do that. So I have the road, and this is happening at the bottom, which means that it should actually happen before the sun then. So I could do add a road above the sun, so that way the sun will override it. And then for the it's going to the point, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to do road end equals, and so we have the point, and the point is, this is the equation for the point. Let's just, rather than modify that, we'll work off this. So this is the absolute center of the page. We want to keep this. What we do want to do is we want to raise it up a bunch. So, okay, I think this will work. Oh, that's because it happened. Oh, I see. So here's where it gets tricky. Okay. All right. So the ground is overwriting it. So let's move this up here. Okay, that didn't quite do what I wanted. Let's take a look and try and figure out why. So out of the road, road end. There we go. And this isn't going to work because now our road goes into the sun. What I think we really should be aiming for is right there. So how do we truncate that? I know what we do. So we want to do. Okay, so the sun has to happen before the ground. This has to happen after the ground in order to show up. So we could draw a yellow box here. That's one option. Another option is to end it here. But that is geometry I can't remember off the top of my head. Let me think for a second. Any suggestions? Any place anyone can look up an algorithm for this? Yeah, normally what I'm streaming is working on Django and more businessy things, but today's my birthday, so I'm gonna work on what I want to work on. So I'm adding a road. Let's see, what can I do? I think the really easy answer is to put a yellow box right there. So add the horizon, add a road, block out the road from the sun. Okay, so for that we're gonna need to create a rectangle, and here is a rectangle. Oh, that's a horizon, or that's a line. I thought we had a rectangle around here somewhere. Here we go. So with this, what we're going to want to do is we're going to want to insert at, because we're putting it right there at the end. So it's going to be road end. So it's going to be height is going to be this, and then the width is going to be we'll just do 15. Okay, so but then if I do that, so Joey, you're saying put it after I put on the road, but the thing is the sun comes all the way down here, and then the ground is over it, and then the road has to overlay on top of the ground. If I move the sun to after this, then the sun will show up. The entirety of the sun will show up. Yeah, I'll show you what. Does that make sense? If not, I will show you what happens. Yeah. Okay, you get it. So block out the sun from the road. So now we have a size of, let's see. So this is 15. Let's see, 15, and the fill is going to be yellow. This may be problematic. We'll see if we render this as black and white. Oh. Yeah, I mean, I get to say I broke the sun. Okay, so see how that is kind of nipped there. So clearly I have my dimensions off. Oh, because the size is wrong. So let's do 30 and then 30. And I don't think that's actually gonna work. Oh, that was it. There we go. Isn't that awesome? Okay, now let's see if I can turn the color off and on in here. So let's see what we can do. So for that, and I know with my road I'm gonna need like the dotted lines, and I also want to widen the road. Let's see if we can widen the road. So we're gonna do 60, 60, and see how that looks. Hey, Code Show, how's it going? All right, that's a little bit better, and we still get the sun effect. Um, do I know you, Code Show? You sound really familiar. I'm gonna look you up really quick. I'm still new to stream, so or to Twitch, so I don't. Oh, thank you for the happy birthday. I like that. I swear I've heard of you. Let's see. Are you one that I followed? Um, you're offline. Nope, but I'm gonna follow you. There we go. Um, thank you for the gift, Code Show. Oh, that I know who you are. Yes, yes. Okay. Yeah, Fabio and I have talked about you, Code Show. Really respect everything that you do. So, oh, and you're also doing Rust. That is, I know, language. Yeah, I remember Fabio's. Oh, we. So, did we play Capoeira at Python Brazil? That was where I broke my foot. Okay, we did play Capoeira. I did play Capoeira with you. Yeah, actually, I think yeah, so at the end of that Hoda, I when I came down, I was so tired. I landed badly, and with the excitement of the moment, I didn't limp, but I had chipped the side of my foot when I landed on the edge of the patio in the house by the beach, and when I came down, my foot hit. And for anyone who doesn't know, capoeira is an African Brazilian martial art. Joey, who's here on the channel, is actually really good at. That's Matharoni, and I came down hard and chipped the bone inside my foot, and I didn't know that at first. I was like hurting and swollen for a few weeks after being in South America, and I came back and had an X-ray, and they said, "Oh, you broke your foot." I'm like, "What?" So, but you know what? That was like the most fun I've ever had breaking a bone. I was so tired. I think I played like 30, 35 people, and I prepped for it. I was worried. I was kind of hoping it would happen, and it did. Like this giant hoda where everybody who had ever done capoeira at any point in their life played me. And I remember at the end, this guy was really good joined, and he started to do fancy stuff. I'm like, oh, I've been doing this for like forever, and against 30 people, and but I was like, okay, I'm just gonna like push through, and that's when I landed badly. So okay, all right, so where am I? So now that the road's looking pretty good, let's see what else we have in here. So there are dotted lines. What might be more, so I don't know what color to make these arrays. That is, oh, actually, I know what I want to do. I want to have the ability to strip out color from the view. And by strip out color, that means anywhere it says white for fill, it should have a different, it should be either white or the color that's specified. And to do that, I want to be able to do that universally across the project. So to do that, I'm going to do class. I'm going to call it fill. Okay. And then we're going to have a def init and self. And we're going to have it uh, color equals true. And then I'm not sure how this is going to work yet. So I think what I want to do is if I could, I know. Watch this. If color, I'm overcomplicating this, and I just figure how to do it. If color, then green self dot green equals. I know how to do this. If color equals false, then so I'll do like green equals green, right? And then so that's all this is. And now if I look for the ground, where's the ground? So fill dot green. Okay, and then what we do is we have fill equals fill. Okay, now let's see what we get. What? Okay, and now if I do false, haha, that's exactly what I want. Okay, let's let us. So now what I think I want to do is I want to put this in a main method. So def main, it's about time I put in some really simple arguments. Args. Oops, that was a mistake. There we go. So if name main and then let's see, main, we're going to pass that in, and then that way fill is going to be added here, and we're going to do import sys if sys.args I know I'm gonna get something a bit more fancy later. If lambda this equals 2, then we're gonna have what is it? It's gonna be fill equals true, else fill equals false. Actually, we'll reverse that. And this is, again, super duper simple. Fill equals fill. Oh, fill. And then where we have this fill specified here, I'm just gonna, there we go. And some of these other things, we need to put the sky in here. So let's see if I have, there's the image. Okay, so let's see what happens. Sys.argv. It's a super simple way to gather requirements. Let's do, so fill equals fill. Okay, so either way, because this is what we want to do. Okay. So if I get rid of the arguments and I pass it in, there we go. So now based off of this, I know that I can now specify all the other colors. So I have blue and yellow are my current other colors. Blue equals blue. If this were JavaScript, this would be a little bit faster to write. This is one of those cases where there's some tricks you can do with JavaScript, but it's not a big deal. I'm not hung up about it. Okay, so now what we can do is anywhere there's a like let's see, we have blue, so fill dot blue, and let's see if there's also yellow is around here somewhere. Yellow. yellow. Let's see if we broke the code. Boom. Getting there. Okay. So now let's do so this cover up we need to handle, and also if we have black, because this, so black, white. Okay, so all right, so I think black. Here we go. One more instance of yellow. Here we go. And this actually, I know, so watch, you're going to see I'm going to do something interesting. So here, there's, you can see right there, there is a yellow outline. I want to get rid of that. I want to do, because that may cause a problem with the laser cutter. And so what I want to do is I also want to make this encapsulated within the fill.yellow. So now if I run it there, now here's the question. Does it make sense? I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this entire thing in black and white. And so that way, so like, for example, right now I don't have a border across the entire thing. And I think I do want to add that. So let's do the world border. Let's see. So, or we'll call it the frame equals so frame equals rect, and it's going to be insert at 0, 0, and then size is going to be the width and height of the world. And then also we have the stroke. The stroke is the line, and that's going to be black. Okay, now let's boom. But that did not work. Oh, because I need to add it to my drawing. And that did not add anything. So I'm doing something wrong. Maybe, let me think. So I have insert 0, 0. Let's do 1, 1, and then we can do -1. And this gives us 1 pixel, right? So let's try that now. Why? Okay, so we have all the color, and yet what I don't have is a stroke on the exterior. Why not? What is happening? Weird. Let me think for a second. I'm gonna eat some of this real quick. So between you and me, Audrey doesn't normally like when she's a good cook, she doesn't do it often. So it's a treasure that she is cooking for me on my birthday. Normally we split cooking duty and we do it together, but it's my birthday. And the other thing she never does is let you eat like raw cake batter. So she's being really nice. Yeah. So why is the frame? What if we put the frame at them? Maybe there's other things overriding it. Let's try that. Oh, wow. So the fill equals that's weird. Okay, so now we have something. So I think what's happening is can you do things as there we go. So the issue is that if we're going to be doing this, we need to do it in a translucent way. So let's see if svgwrite lets us define translucent things or have gives us opacity. Okay, so I think I can do um, opacity equals 100. We'll see if this works. So opacity, it didn't like that value. Can you set so provides a single color. How do you use it? Let's see. Let's see if we can figure out. So these are shape images. Solid color. Oh wow, I can do gradients. That's interesting. But I'm not seeing examples of how to use these. There's Eggscape extension. That's good to know. SVG, right? Opacity. All right, so we know that. Let's see if someone has a how to SVG code write examples. Okay, so create a vertical linear gradient. Let's see. That is okay. Let's see. They are doing a lot of nesting there. So insert size. That's not really useful. So is it? Oh, it could be fill equals none. Let's try that. So let's do that. They just say fill equals none. That's it. It's fill equals none. And now we have this, and it looks it looks spot on. And I'm gonna change the horizon. Let's see if I can. You know what? This looks. Tell me if I'm right or wrong. But when I look at this, if I add color, right? I mean, it looks okay, but it looks kind of childish in a way. I think what I like a little bit better right now is this the black and white. It's interesting. So horizon, let's grab the horizon line. horizon. Where are you, horizon? Horizon is right there. So we're going to start it at 1 because that matches the frame around the photo. And that's important because what's going to happen is when I laser scan it, it's going to you know, I don't want to have this line right here. So let me think. What's the next step? The next step is, can I do those buildings? And it's a little bit tricky because I need to do the geometry, but you know, this isn't like just me doing a ruler where I can hit the vanishing point. Also, where these rays are going isn't quite the same vanishing point as this road, which is going to be interesting too. So I'm going to have to honor the road vanishing point. And so, in fact, what I'll do to prep that is, so I have road end. What I'm going to do is I'm going to, so we have, so it's point, but really should be vanishing point. I'm going to have road vanishing, road point is going to be my shortness for, where's the road? Road. Okay. So I need to do the geometry so that way I can replicate this, because I don't have the geometry handy. And believe it or not, but you know, doing this with the ruler, this is actually following the same pattern where there's one vanishing point for these rays, which is right about here. You can actually see the reference dot that I added. That's right here. And then there's another one that has to be up here. Ah, that's what this is. Okay. So which makes me wonder if the road vanishing point should be higher, like at the top of the sun. So let's see if we, the sun's, the top of the sun, its radius 60. So road vanishing point should be actually minus the height, half the width of the project. But the challenge there is, maybe what I can do is I can do like 50, right? And then see how that looks. Okay, so now I can make the square cover that as well, the cover up. Block out the road from the sun. So here I have, I'm inserting it at a height of this minus 50, and I think we have to go all the way down to 50. So let's see what happens. There we go. That looks great. Now this is certainly closer to this, and oh my god, this is really coming together. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be figuring out how to draw polygons that go to a vanishing point. And to me, that's really exciting. It's a chance to learn new things. In the meantime, what I'm going to do is I'm going to, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to render this out, and I'm going to see about, oh, thank you, Najor Self. I appreciate it. I'm going to see about sending it to the laser printer, or sorry, the laser cutter, and see how it looks. Okay, so to do that, we're going to go to so the laser cutter we have access to is a Glowforge, and I don't know if it's probably turned off right now. So I'm going to have to, and I can send it here from my computer and then go and get it. But I'm not going to be able to work on that right now. I'm wondering, maybe I should try and go for the image. Let me see if I can do any math on this. Let's just, come over here and Um, okay, so what I'm trying to do is, oh, you know what? I just realized it's probably not the right place for me to research this. Okay, so vanishing point geometry. All right, and then so let's see if it gives us any. So I understand this. Oh, that's a beautiful display of vanishing points. See that? Like if you look at it from a mathematical perspective, this is really interesting because of course they're standing in the center, and at its heart, this seems like a mundane image, right? But here we see everything going. It doesn't quite meet at the end, but it gets close. But the composition of this is so beautiful because here's in the middle of the page. You can see there's the cornfields going towards that. You can see structures here that frame it, and they're not square, so those don't show it as well as a building does. But you can also see how the forest, because this slopes down, so it kind of draws your eye in, and this also is a slight slope. So it's actually a really interesting photo there from a mathematical perspective. Um, so um, here's double joint perspective. Yeah, I love perspective. I used to do a lot of photography with this, and some of it actually did pretty well. Um, okay, so look at that. Here's a Renaissance image, and I don't know the date that this was made. Um, I'm guessing. So you can see here the drawings, and this is like an old technique. And it's not just a Renaissance art thing. Other cultures had it. So here's two file thing. So what I want to be able to do is define this line to stop here, and how to do that. Like the way I did it earlier is, I basically, this actually goes all the way up here and stops at the end. And what I'd rather do is have a line and then draw the polygon based off of that and do the math for it. But here they are not showing yeah, it's, let's see if I can. So there's B to A. Oh, I see. So this isn't really the math that I want, I don't think. Well, now I'm like super curious. I don't know this math. I mean, I can draw it. I just can't. Yeah, I think this is going to take me a bit of research of looking into, like, because I don't know the algorithm, and I think trying to find this through Google. Hey Joey, maybe you can help give me some pointers at it, or send me in the right direction in terms of documentation. Finite singularity. Thank you for the birthday wishes. So, but what I'm gonna do, like I said, is I'm gonna generate a bunch of these. Even as it is, it's pretty good. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna generate a bunch of them. Here I will. Let's decrease it down to 10 and see how it looks. And then I'm gonna laser scan them. And the next time I stream, I'll show how it looks. And you see, I'm trying to get a decent looking version of the results. Maybe I'll try it with 15 or 20. Whoa. Oh, that one's pretty good. So I'll do something like this, and I will laser cut it, and I'll show it in my next stream. And also I want to figure out the math so that way I can also have items on the road, vanishing point to where this is going. So thank you very much. I had a lot of fun doing this, and I'll be back to my regular commercial getting work things done stream on Monday, which will be, let's see, it's the 25, 26, 27. And also, if you want to know what's going on in our world, we have these. Just got to do the advertisement real quick before I go. If you go to Two Scoops Press and you go to our courses list, you can see that we have 2 courses coming up. We have one, which is August 14th. I'm teaching it. It is 6 hours of nuances and going in depth into 2 scoops of Django. I'm going to paste that link right into Slack, or not into Slack, right into the stream. Thank you for the birthday wishes. Well, Joey will be fun. Yeah, I didn't ever study. I don't think I ever studied linear algebra. If I did, it was a lifetime ago. But Joey, maybe you can give me some, at least send me in the right direction. Yeah, if you go here, you can see this is 2 Django best practices, a 2 scoops away, and it's on August 14th from 9 to 4 p.m. and it is going to be 6 hours of nuances and nitty gritty detail on Django best practices, a 2 scoops away. You don't need to have the book in advance, although hey, Brent gives me money, like keeps me in brownies. And you'll be able to ask questions. This isn't just me talking. There's going to be a lot of me talking. It's also going to be you asking questions and me responding. Just keep in mind that, there will be other attendees. So if you have something super private you want to talk about, this isn't the place to do it. It's going to be relatively private. While we're going to record it, we may or may not distribute those recordings in any way. Those recordings will probably be for our sake, to see what we can do to improve our process later. And I think the brownies are nearly done. Hold on, I need to go check on them. Okay, yeah, the brownies are nearly done. My birthday brownies. The other thing is, we're teaching. So the first Jenga crash course, we taught it and it went smashingly well. So if you want to, sign up for that, we're doing that as well next month on August 21, 22, 23rd. Again, you can ask us tons of questions during it. We leave extra room for that. We had a good sized class, just the right amount. It was me and Fabio teaching it, and that went really well. So please take a look at both of them. I linked to those, and if you're on YouTube, those will be linked in the description below. If you haven't done so yet, like and subscribe. I love doing this kind of stuff, especially the art stuff. If I get lots of likes and views, then I'll be able to do a lot more. And so thank you again very much. Take care. And Audrey's bringing over the cake. Oh, it's too hot. You want to just bring it into view? If you can't get through, it's okay. I don't think it's gonna work. She can't move the cake.
Which camera?
It's basically centered like this on me.
I'm gonna burn you.
Yeah. Hold on. Let me. Audrey's gonna bring in my here. Where is? So there. It's right above the cake that you're looking at right now. That's the brownies.
We're gonna frost it though.
She,
So good.
yeah, Audrey says she's gonna frost it, so it's gonna be awesome. So again, thank you very much for coming. Well, we're gonna serve it with the ice cream. You know, this is and maybe we'll chop up bits of it and use it as mix-ins. Chop up bits of brownie and make mix-ins out of our um, brownie bits, and then that then turns the ice cream into concrete. So yeah, I know more than just Python or programming. I also know official legal ice cream terms. All right, so thank you so much for coming to my birthday stream and wishing me happy birthday. Take care and have a great weekend. Bye.